was gonna wait to start the stream until I get my garage cleaned, and I'm thinking, I'll just clean my garage on the stream. It is late. It is Saturday. None of my friends want to do anything. Married with children. None of my friends want to do anything. Married with children. Sound out here. Sound. All right. What's up, man? I was trying to clean up before I went online, and I figured, you know what, screw it. I'll just get online and you can watch me clean. What are we doing for today's workout? We're straightening the garage up. I at least gotta put stuff away so I don't get murdered. You know, you and I were having a really an interesting conversation, and it's stuff I enjoy talking about. But if we would have kept that conversation up, I would have never got online. And the irony is, you were the one that was pushing me to get online to begin with. Hey, baby. See, if I was smart, I would be in there trying to romance my wife instead of being in the garage lifting weights. Oh, Cephas, hey, cool that you're on in the chat. My wife's in the chat too. She's my manager, if you will. You're flying in for the first time. What? It's your first time getting on an airplane? Holy shit! No, I can't wait. So, you know, I told you a little bit about what happened to me recently. So I'll be honest with you. I let my depression kind of get the better of me the last few days. I didn't shower for like 3 days. I slept. I just didn't do anything. So, tomorrow I gotta get the house clean and get your bedroom ready. So, and it will be. So you'll be good to go. There might be some boxes in the room with you for storage, but it'll be good to go. Steven, what's up? Semper Fi, brother. So, yeah, man, I've been going through it, and I've been trying to just kick my ass into getting online and training, or to anything. And every day I've come up with an excuse not to go online. Life goes on, whether you know, it doesn't matter who caused the problem or who's at fault. I'm the only one that can fix it. So at the end of the day, I got people who are depending on me, and I can't afford to fall apart. But I've been having a rough go, man. This whole thing, I can't get over it. I kind of wanted to take this time to 1 a.m. here. Hell yeah. What's up, Donnie? I wanted to take this time to, in the off chance that anybody I work with is going to see this video, and I wanted to talk mad shit about my my management. What do you guys think? That'd be fun? Maybe they'll, out of curiosity, someone will say, "Hey, did you see that stream? Charles was talking about you." What are they gonna do? Fire me again? Dude, I am suing the shit out of all of them. Evelyn, what's up? Middle East Beast in the house. What's up, brother? Did you call me Chris? Good enough for the girls I know. What's up, Mike Oxbrown? One set of squats, all right. Gotta talk about my cycle now. Have fun with that. The Hag Cure says we need to be able to function while miserable. It's so fucking hard. You know, that's the thing. It's, long suffering. It's being able to just... what did Rocky say? Yo, life's gonna knock you down. You know this. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep going, keep getting up. I got kicked in the nuts, though, for sure. I was just thinking about it, man. My boss, Neil, He's such a fucking try-hard LARPing piece of shit. He wanted to be in the military so bad. He comes to work with like those what do they call those cut the military pants that if you cut them they don't keep ripping. What is that shit called? And he has them tucked into his boots, and he's got American flags on his boots. And I asked him, I said, "What branch of the military you serve in?" And he goes, "Oh, I didn't serve." I didn't even tell him I was in the service. But eventually somebody brought it up, and he got like, he was kind of embarrassed. Those are guys I work with. They're just douchebags. Vile human beings. All they do is take advantage of other people. I don't think I've ever seen that motherfucker do an honest day of work in his life. What's the press at now? You know what? Let's find out, brother. Let's do it. Are you talking bench press or your overhead? Let's do it. Let's break out the Olympic bar or the power bar. Let's do some bench press. What's the worst that could happen? God damn, man. I also kind of wanted to try this Smith machine out that I bought. Well, my wife bought it, actually. She bought it for her, primarily. I did deadlifts for the first time, about a week ago? That went pretty well. Last time I benched, I was almost at 300 pounds. Let's see, what do I need? A bench. I love peanut butter sandwiches. So how's everybody doing? For the last, 3-4 streams, I've been trying to do 2 in a row, trying to put some momentum together, and I haven't been able to do it. So by God, I am committing to you that I'm going to stream tomorrow. It might not be long, it might not be interesting, but it will be online. See, bench and overhead press, raw maximum today. We'll see. Kenneth says he can bench 475. Nice. Yeah, before I blew my bicep out, I was about, I think, 410, 415, somewhere in there. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see, March I was getting ready for competition, and the last day of training I hit 375 for 5 reps. So that should be somewhere around 405, 410. So I'll be surprised. I mean, my goal right now is to get back to 3 plates. So, and I'm not trying to rush it either because technically the arm's not fully healed yet. As a matter of fact, where's my sleeve? Where's my bag of goodies? I can start hitting the heavy bag again, but I'm not allowed to do hooks. I can only do crosses. You know what? I don't know what I did with my elbow sleeve. Do I need it? Is it a crutch? Is it a security blanket? Man, this garage is a mess. So I'm going to be representing a supplement line, Innovative Science Nutrition, made here in Vegas. I use this company. I've been using them for 4 years, and I have a pre-workout that they make for me. These guys will mix them for you, and they agreed that if I represent the company on my YouTube page, he's going to make my pre-workout mix with my name on it. And it's real basic stuff like L-citrulline, arginine, all vasodilators, no caffeine, nothing, no No, uh, nothing that's gonna. What do I say? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing that's gonna amp you up. Um, Basically, I take vasodilators like vitamin B3, niacin, and like L-citrulline, and then I have a cup of coffee, and that's my pre-workout. So I thought it'd be cool if I could get them to do that. I would put my name on it, and that's something I actually use. And I said I would totally endorse that. Pediasure, hell yeah, man. Pediasure is too expensive. Um, let's see here. What do we got? Said they should stop giving Social Security benefits to special needs people because they didn't work for it. Yeah. So my sister lives off the state, and it pisses me off because she could definitely hold a job down. And like someone like I used to, every time her phone ran out of minutes, she would just order a new phone from the government. A smartphone would show up at her house, and every like 2 or 3 months she got a new phone number. And this woman's never worked a day in her life, and like totally supported by the state. But I also kind of think we should take care of people that can't take care of themselves. You want some Charlie dust? Hell yeah, brother. So, Cephas, tell everybody what you got going on next week. Here in Vegas, you're coming out to visit. You're staying with me a couple days. I know you told me, but where are they having the competition at? Is that at the Golden Nugget, or is it different? I'm 12 years old and can bench press 100 pounds. Nice. How much do you weigh? Look at my son bench. I think he's close to that. He's 13, but he's 4'11", so I don't think he weighs that much. But he benches around 100 pounds. So for anybody that's not been with me, I'm recovering from bicep surgery. I had to take time off of lifting, and I lost some weight. I purposely lost weight because I didn't want to. When I was ready for competition, I was 230 pounds, and me being 51 years old, it's kind of hard on the knees to carry that much weight around. So I dropped down to 200, lost some strength for sure, but we're gonna see how far gone we are. I really wish I knew where my elbow sleeve was. Watch you guys all out partying on Saturday. What's up with that? It's not here. Shit. Hey babe, is Della watching this? I do not know what to do with it. Well, screw it. That can be dangerous. Imagine this thing falling over and landing on my foot. Safety first. So you're starting with a max overhead press off of blocks. You're going to open up 315, 335. Damn. That's crazy. I can't even imagine that. Wheel max life won't die. Looking rough, mate. Yeah, it's hot in this garage. Ugh. How you doing, brother? I mean, it's kind of weird you're telling people they look rough, though. Because you've never not looked rough. I mean, right? Like, who are you to talk about how somebody else looks? If I could, you're like what Popeye's chicken flavor would be if it was anthropomorphic. Caesar Uric. I'm 51. He's beautiful. No, man, Max is cool. But I just can't, with a straight face, even contemplate you talking about how other people look. You don't even have a neck, dude. Your chin goes. See, I wouldn't even point that out though, because I'm not into. I don't like talk about how other men look. But if you bring it up, you know. But yeah, no, I feel rough too, man. I've been going through some shit. I would say, legitimately, this has been probably one of the worst months of my life. And I'm suffering from depression. I got a little PTSD going on. I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating right. I'm seeing a therapist. Like, yeah, shit's all fucked up. I'm like barely holding on by like the thinnest of threads, you know what I mean? So I can't imagine that I look my best. But you know what? You either live with it or you die from it, you know what I mean? But I will also say I'm a married man, so as long as she's okay with it, it doesn't really matter. Your love will have to go unrequited. 51. My workouts look like Max's life. I feel like that's not funny. Like, I don't get it. You really want to talk? Hell, well, dude, Cephas, I've been trying to call you, but you seem to have an aversion to talking to people on the phone. Which I completely understand, especially, you know, I'm the same way. Great words I will take for my future wife. Nice. You could barely do it. There's a lot of things I could barely do. Let's see, what can I barely do? I can barely manage my finances. I can barely father my children. I can barely provide for my family. Do you own firearms? That's none of your business, sir, and I'll thank you kindly to stay out of my personal affairs. Mr. ATF. Let's see, you're winning. Yeah, awesome, dude. I weigh 95 and I could bench press 100 pounds. Nice. Any funny story, at least to change the mood? What do you guys want to know? Max, see, like, I don't know what to do with it because this trolling's kind of lame. Like, you know what I mean? I can't really. How do you come back to like Max Archives Won't Die? That reminds me of O'Doyle Rules from who is that? Got Happy Gilmore. O'Doyle Rules, and then the station wagon goes off. Billy Madison. Like it's just not. That's not fun. I can't do anything with this trolling. You gotta say something derogatory so I can say something back to you. You're like, yeah, I don't know. Come on, I need better trolling, people. You gotta work on this shit. What's up, mixed martial artist? Please help. What do you need? But no, Cephas, I definitely want to talk with you, brother. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get anything into the chat, but you have my attention. I'm looking for your comments. I kind of want everybody to be aware of what you got going on next week. Mixed, check yourself into rehab. Mixed martial artists, please help. Christina Remming. At Christina Remming, that's your TRT talk. I don't get it. You don't have to delete that message. I mean, it's just not funny. Like, what do you... Oh, you see a doctor and you get prescription medicine. Whoa. Oh, my God. I mean, so, Max, let me talk about it. Let's talk. Let's be real here. Now, you have an aversion to modern medicine, obviously. You obviously don't know what it's like to be a woman going through perimenopause. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I imagine you still live with your mom, so you probably went through that. But now here you are, a gentleman, around our age, right? You're probably around 50, I would imagine. And you're what some would consider to be grossly overweight. Obese, if you will. Now, I'm a live and let live kind of guy. I personally don't care. You know, I'm all for it, man. Live your best life. But who are you to talk about the choices other people make for their health? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do with you sometimes. I mean, I love you, though. Keep coming back, brother. See, I imagine in your mind you think that you bother people to the point where they're, like, affected by your comments after you've left, and I don't even know how to, like, they're so lame, I don't know how to respond to them, and I'm telling you, I'm disappointed. If you're gonna troll, you can troll, like, say something funny so we can all laugh and make comments back and forth. You're just like one of the idiot in the back of the class going, I know you are, but what am I? Or, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what do we do with you, Max? Help him out, guys. Let's get some comments. What can we do to help Max out? But hey, you're about to watch me hurt myself, so I really wish I knew where my elbow sleeve was. So stick around for that at least. All right, here we go. You still wearing a black shirt with blue jeans? See, I'm scared for nothing. I'll tell you what, man. Every time I interact with that thing, I'm terrified. Not as dumb as being a mod on this channel. Really? That's all you could come up with? I love you, brother. Damn it. Do you take time to think of, like, I don't know. Do you have anyone you could, like, say, I want to burn this guy? How does this sound? To tell him what your burn is? Like, nah, not really. Got anybody to run? Hey, ChatGPT. You could download ChatGPT, and you could tell him your lame ass trolls, and he'll tell you if they suck or if, like, someone's gonna really be offended by it. That's the way to go, man. Got to use modern technology. Max, you're wasting your life trolling. Oh, see, no, he's cool though. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Smart gamer. What's the difference between injection, TRT, and the lotion one? It's Ron 91. The lotion one's commonly prescribed by a lot of HRT clinics that don't really specialize in, like, sports, that kind of thing. That's what you can expect. Like, if you go to, like, to the VA hospital, they might give you that. It's kind of a low liability thing. They don't want people to be shooting themselves up with needles. It's a liability thing. The problem is if you have kids or you live with a woman, so Max, this won't be a problem for you, but the residue, you have to be really, really careful about being sanitary, because you don't want to get that on anything. So if you got like a daughter, she could start growing a mustache if she starts touching the doorknob or the sink handles, and you're not. So it kind of comes with some risks like that. Plus, it's, I don't know. I used it once. I didn't like it. I don't know. I think it's sort of like a shot of whiskey. It burns. It's going to get you messed up. It's like the poke of that needle. It just feels like it's potent. It's going to do something. It's probably no different. Ploopy has a question. TRT is the best effing thing on earth. Well, I mean, it definitely changed my life for the better. Wood asked me, what is my max on deadlift? Right now, I don't know. Before I hurt myself, I was really close to 700 pounds. I got 720 on the trap bar for a double. Let's see, Middle East Beast. Uh-oh, is he at it again? What is he, the Navy SEAL from, something about the Pentagon? I don't remember. My max on the deadlift is 4 crust discs. Yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? I would say, though, if somebody came to me and they really wanted to do deadlifting and they had a messed up back, because I had a broken back. I don't know if you guys knew that. I had to learn how to walk again. I would definitely want to put them through physical therapy to work on whatever their weakness is, to see if they could get to where they could deadlift, or if they're holding themselves back because of an injury and they don't want to do the work to right themselves. The axle bars would cause my oblique tears before my last meet. Ooh! Heavy axle in the medley competition. Every time I touch that bar, I get terrified. Dude, the axle bar is real, man. Like, dude, I'm so impressed with you, Cephas. I really wanted to do strongman. Christina and I went to unknown strongman's competition in Utah, and who's it? That Magnus von Magnuson or whatever his name is. He was there as a referee. They had a lot of the guys, a lot of the old strongmen doing refereeing. It was really cool, and it looked so much fun because for deadlifting, they didn't care if you used straps or if you had a suit on or you had springs in your legs. It's like whatever you could put on is legal. It's just who picks the most weight up. And I thought there was just something really cool about that. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're wearing whatever. There's no, it doesn't matter if you hitch. It doesn't matter if you either pick the weight up or you don't. Where powerlifting, it's like everything has to be perfect. You can't make downward movement. You can't take a step on accident. Like that 700, remember your first 700 pound squat where you actually got the squat, but you stepped and so it didn't count? Like, but on any other planet, that's a 700 pound squat. You had the weight on your back, you went down, you went up. 700 pounds. It didn't count because you stutter stepped a little bit. Well, strongman, they don't give a shit. You just keep going. It doesn't matter. And I think there's something really pure about that. And the only reason why I didn't do it is because I was chicken. I just was, it was a fear of trying new things. Um, and I think I'm gonna try to branch out a little bit more. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. The powerlifting bug hasn't completely left me yet because my strength's coming back, and I do foresee being able to compete again. But I also have that. I'm no spring chicken, and if I can't compete, if I can't be the best, I don't think I want to keep competing. Maybe do meet for fun here and there, but I was going to break some serious records in March. If I would have competed, I would have definitely gotten to the 1,700-pound total. And I don't see competing unless I can do that. If I can't beat my best, because at this point, the only thing I'm really trying to do is get in the record books. I want to solidify myself in that top 10 all time. I don't know. I look like Andy Serkis. Well, thank you, Rockio. I think. Is Andy Serkis from Lord of the Rings, or what are we talking about? So she went to the doctors and she said she wants to transition to a man. And the doctor, and I know this is true, said, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's see, date a woman. Would you date me if I was a... So over the summer... What are you talking about, smart gamer? Said okay, she was put in the process, hormone surgery, everything. Let's see here. He looks better than Andy. I guess, people always say I look like Circus when I don't shave. So that just means it's time to trim the beard. So now my friend became a trans man for another girl at 14. You lost me, brother. Cephas, it would be better if you did that on a regular bar. Well, yeah, but Cephas is competing, and the competition calls for a certain piece of equipment. So, I guess it's kind of irrelevant what it would be better on, because that's not what they're competing on. I mean, I guess you could not compete. That's an option. But then what's the fun in that? What should we go up to? I don't want to make too big a jump. Good Lord, where are all my fives? I really wish I knew where my elbow sleeve was. I know I probably don't need it, but I would just feel way more secure. Let's see if I got it in here. Knee sleeves. Is this an elbow sleeve? It is, but it's not the one I'm looking for. I don't know what I did with it. Pay all this money for this equipment. We don't put it away. Alright. I guess I could wear this one. This one's hard to put on though. Alright. The silver dollar deadlift is insane. The medley is 585 times 3 off the ground on a deadlift bar, then 640 times 2 wagon wheel axle. Nice. Then 859 silver dollar, the 60-second timer for the whole thing. Holy shit. Can you speak openly in this stream? Yeah. What you got, Slimy? Scroll up to the start of the messages. Brother, I'm not doing that. Well, you can speak openly or not, but depending on what you say, this whole live stream is becoming weirder and weirder. Well, I mean, why are you here? You know, I mean, that's cool. I'm glad you are here, but I mean, you're the one watching it. And you think this is weird shit, man. LGBT, I don't know what we're talking about, though. I didn't see those comments. And honestly, who gives a shit? I don't know why people are obsessed with that. I'm from Puerto Rico. No, Smart Gamer, I love you, dude, but you're asking me to go through my messages to read a dissertation that you wrote about someone that's dating a trans person. I don't give a fuck. I got all the man love I need right here with Maxie in the chat. Maxie Poo. He does look like he'd be comfortable to cuddle with on a cold winter night. Nice and fluffy, with a fresh bucket of Popeye's chicken. What else could a man want? Love that chicken from Popeyes. That felt heavy. Yeah, it's been a while since I dropped a barbell on myself. This might be the day. Get some real entertainment going. That's what you're really here for. Popeye sucks. Thanks, Isaac. You're saying that you would spend a day with Max. Stranger Things. Hell yeah, man. Come to Vegas, bro. We'll hang out. Tell you what, we'll go to my gym. We'll put the gloves on. We'll go a couple rounds. You can show me how badass you are, and then after that, we'll go to the gym and work out. We'll hang out. It'll be fun. I think that would be fucking awesome. Put the headgear on, get the pads on. You just go at it. That's your chance, man. You come here and just free opportunity to beat the shit out of me. Russia and U.S. versus Sweden. What, bikini team or what? Aviation lover. I do remember you. What does Steven say? You're saying, let's see, Steven, I agree. Double, bro. What? I must have missed. Popeye sucks. It's an inside joke. You like my haircut style. Thank you. I cut it myself. Aviation lover. I already said I remember you, and you're just screaming for attention, aren't you? On a Saturday night. Let's see what you look. I'm gonna go to your channel. Let me see here. I know I've talked to you before. Refresh my memory. Oh yeah, you got that. That's not enough. I want to be a pilot. What is it? What aircraft is that in the picture? That's not a. I can't quite tell. It's got a single tail. Is that it? I can't tell what that is. Is that an F-18? It could be a Super Hornet. No, it looks like it's the original Hornet because it's got the round intakes. Anyway, it's Sunday for me. Nice. Popeyes is all right. I like it for a change of pace. Why are you speaking in third person? Who's speaking in third person? Well, yeah, of course you make way better fried chicken. I mean, it's always better when it's homemade. Yeah, Popeyes has its places. I think the only chicken I don't like is Church's. Like, I find that chicken to be offensive. Wingstop is fire. What's the one place they got out here, babe, that's, they do nothing but chicken strips, and they don't do them very well, and it's very disappointing. Because you think that if that's your only thing, if that's the product you're pushing, you would do that one thing better than everybody. Chick-fil-A, Last time we went to Chick-fil-A, we waited in line. Christina never had it before. And it's like, what, was find out what all the hype is. And after waiting all that time, they sent us home, and her fucking burger didn't have a chicken fillet in it. She had a bun with lettuce and tomato. Raising Cane's. Yeah, that's right, Isaac. Yeah, Raising Cane's is like, Yeah. You know, when you go to Chick-fil-A, one thing you really look for it is the Chick-fil-A. Dave's Hot Chicken. Do we have Dave's out here? Is this the purge? I don't get it. Come to Texas and arm wrestle me, Mitch's. Who would go to fucking Texas to arm wrestle someone? That's just like, that's gayer than 8 men trying to fuck 9 men. Come here and arm wrestle me, boy. I bet I could beat you at arm wrestling. Okay, that's awesome. I bet you could too. Bonchon Korean fried chicken. Ooh, that sounds really good. I'd be damned if I stepped foot in a theocracy state like Texas. Yeah, Texas is getting really screwy. You know, we were looking at moving there. I gotta say, I want to pass. Hard pass. I was gonna move to San Antonio. Why are you ignoring my comment, Daddy Gravis? Which comment? I mean, you agreed. You said right. I didn't know I need to say anything to that. Trust me. Dude, I'm not scrolling through the comments. Someone from California. Ugh. Just say the comment again. I'm not. Everybody wants me to go look for their comments. You know how many? I'm not gonna. I didn't get online to do office work. No, yeah, well, I'm reading, so I got trust me as someone from Cali. Wait, what? Are my comments not loading? And by gay, I mean annoying political commenters. Do you think Max is a loser in life just because he's a narcissist? I don't think Max is a loser in life. I mean, it feels like he's doing exactly what he wants to do. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't have any problems with Max. I just don't think he's funny. Like, you know, some of the comments are like, you know, like my 13-year-old son could burn people better than that. But no, he's cool. Max is cool. He's that guy that's like, can you imagine Max in real life? Like, you're at the gym, and let's say you got 225 on the bar, and he'd walk up and be like, I bench more than you. You're like, ah. You're like, nobody does that in real life. But online they do, and they're fucking serious about it. I've never, like, these guys will challenge me, and I'm like, I mean, they don't anymore because I just always ignored them. I mean, it's stupid. And then they'll say, oh, Max, you made a list. You made a list of who could curl the most. And you had me on that list, and I was towards the bottom of it, rightfully so, because I don't fucking train that lift. You know, like, you're the type of guy that's so narcissistic that you'll put somebody on a list of a lift that you do that doesn't do that lift, so you can say you're better than them. Well, fuck, you better be. I mean, if you're training it every day, like, think about that. Like, how oh, this is where I feel bad for you because I don't know if you're joking or not, but like, how fucking pathetic do you? I mean, how? And by pathetic, I mean like the clinical sense, pathology. How pathetic is that to include somebody on a list that's competing with something they don't even train? And what's funny about it is like if I did train that lift, I would be way ahead of you, like in no time flat. Because even at the bottom of the lift, I was still doing 3/4 of what everybody else was doing, even though I don't even train the fucking thing. Like think about that. Like what's his name with his overhead press? He's like he does like 275, and I could barely do 225, and because I don't train that lift. But think about it. If I can almost do 225 and I don't train overhead press, how much would I be able to do if I did? So, and that's why it always cracked me up because like online there's somebody always stronger, and they also don't consider weight classes. Like he'll say stuff like I'm not natural, which you all know. Like of course I am, but he's also like 100 pounds more than me. So like weight classes, I guess I don't know. It's just fucking. It's always been bizarre to me. I've always thought it was funny. I love the comments. I love the tirades. I love the videos. Don't ever stop. Don't ever do anything different. It doesn't affect me whatsoever. What used to bother me is that I didn't think you understood how little I cared. Does that make sense? It bothered me that that you thought that it bothered me. And so I just stopped caring about that too. And the only time I talk about it is when you're here. But we can talk about anything, my brother. What are they talking about? Gay allegations. What is what's with the obsession with sexuality? Liver King, but smaller. I think I'm older than the Liver King. What do you look like, Christian? Let's see if you're gonna be calling people names. Let's see what kind of Adonis you are. Oh, I can't go to your channel? What's up? I don't like that. Huh. Why can't I go to your channel? That's weird. Oh, here we go. Go to channel. Really? Christian? You're talking shit about people? You're like, you're like if Urkel had an abortion and it lived. No, who's that? Remember that show? What was that after school special with all the kids in high school? And they had that one dork with the curly hair. That's you. Well, hey, welcome though. I hope you stick around. Bro, if you're going to talk shit about the way people look, you should really take your profile picture offline because I'm just saying, man. It's. Or at least put a fake one up. Saved by the Bell, yeah. Chelsea Carter, got a question. How do you get that big? I ain't trying to be mean. Is that an insult? Are you saying it like a bad thing? I don't know. How do I get that big? Well, I don't think I'm really that big. I think I weigh about 200 pounds right now. I was 230 earlier in the year. Definitely got to eat if you want to gain. Honestly, it depends. I'd have to get to know more about you if I was going to recommend a way to gain. What's your opinion about Max recording himself from a distance in the gym? I have no opinion on it at all. Honestly, because if you've seen one video, you've seen them all. I mean, no offense, but like I went back on Max's page, on your page, and I looked like 3 years ago, and it was like the same video. I think your shirt was different. Maybe your jeans were different. Like you had black shirt, blue jeans, the little Dago rope, and then like. Do you own more than one shirt? Like, how does that work? You always wear a black shirt and blue jeans, but do you have like 5 or 6 of those shirts, or how does the laundry situation look? I mean, I wear this one a lot, so I can't really talk shit. build the upper body. What I wanted, Max, what I always wanted, I thought would be interesting would be for you to show up with like shorts and a tank top on. I've always wanted to see what your physique looked like. Should I time out people who have inappropriate PFP? What's PFP? Boston Fan Expo. Sir, I identify as 309 pounds of lower muscle. Outstanding. Live your best life, brother. Compton. I have multiple of those jeans and shirts. Hey, you know, it's a classic look. Don't get me wrong. What's PDM? Oh, profile picture. Should I time out people who have inappropriate PFP? I haven't seen. Well, dude, I can't see these profile pictures anyways. I need glasses. So if you guys see something that's genuinely inappropriate, I mean, you're my mods. I do your thing. I'm 10, but I live 110 pounds. All right. And once the comments derail, it's time for me to lift something. I kind of feel like I should have a spotter for this. Give me a second. Let me see if my wife can help me here. She's not appropriately dressed for spotting, so I got my safety arms. They'll do the trick. I don't think I'm going to bomb this, but the last lift did feel a little heavy, so I might be getting towards my max. Coming back from injury is a bitch, isn't it? It's definitely a process, that's for sure. Wasn't too bad. We're getting closer to 3 plates again. I gotta take it slow though. I don't want to risk re-injuring it. It is definitely not worth it. How many pull-ups can you do? All of them. Bro is genuinely losing some days. Who are you talking about here? Because of the comments. Say Tennessee in the chat if you watch the game. I did not watch the game, and I'll say Tennessee anyways. Well, I got dressed, but you're done. The reason why I don't wear a tank top and shorts is because I'm pretty insecure about my body shape. Oh, then why do you talk shit about other people? You're insecure about your physique. See, like, you don't understand, like I would never say anything about the way a person looks, ever. Unless they talk shit to me first. Then it's fair game. Like, I just can't even imagine ever commenting on the way another fucking grown-ass man looks. I don't even, to me, it's like baffling. But you're insecure, and like if I'm being actually real for a moment, we're not joking around here. Like, most of us, you know, when we're lifting with our friends, and a lot of them are, you know, they're not in the best shape, or they're just getting started, or coming back from injury, or overweight. My buddy Joe, he's about 150 pounds overweight. They're all insecure, and we put them in an environment where no one gives a shit. Like, they're encouraging. Like nobody cares, you know. Online people care because online narcissists get to be narcissists, and shitty people say shitty people things. But like, you can't really do anything about it. So I don't know. I think I spent like the first 2 years on YouTube getting genuinely upset by people that said shitty things to me because I didn't understand. And then I realized, like, one day I was like, why do I care about this? like, what are they gonna do? Drive to my house? Oh, God, that would make my fucking day. I'll tell you what. um, it's I don't know. It's just I try to have fun with it. You know, try to have fun. Like life sucks. Life is a shit sandwich, and a lot of times all we really have is each other. And you know, it's like if we can't kid around and joke around and be friendly about shit, what's the point? You know. Send location. Ah, Mordian. So I live in Vegas. You tell me what day you're coming in, and you show up at One Kicks Muay Thai. We'll put the pads on. Hello, Mister. How are you? I'm from India. Have you ever been to India? Are you retired in military? Yes, and yes. Although I can't really say I've been to India. So we were there. We reported there for a while. The 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. But that's not the same because I didn't really get to explore the country. But I have a lot of Indian friends and coworkers. Did you know you can legally make a firearm at home for yourself? Are you kidding me? Okay. When I'm not painting Warhammer figurines, which you see right here, that is some of my milling equipment. Down here I got a nice little table router. I got all the tools for the manufacture of what we like to call 80% lowers, or well, firearms. I want to call it manufacturing, gunsmithing. But yeah, and it's not considered a firearm when you buy it, so it's legal. It's a block of metal, and you have to mill it out yourself. Well, yeah, you can't. There's a way to do. You can have automatic weapons legally, but it's a very convoluted and expensive licensing process. What do you think about Trump shitting all over the Constitution? I would need a little bit more specifics than that. You know, especially after. Don't. Well, I don't get started on that. Yeah, no, we're not going to go there tonight. I think you get these liberals, man, and they talk about like some of the stuff that Trump does, and if he does something bad, I'll definitely call him out on it because I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I am a free-thinking individual, and I don't belong to any party, and I don't worship anybody that gets elected. I did vote for Trump, so I guess you could say I'm a Trump supporter, but I don't worship him. Like, could you imagine having a Ronald Reagan hat or a T-shirt? Like, no, he's a populist. First of all, no, I don't think there's ever been a president where people have worn his merchandise, and that's cool. I have no problems with that. But it's kind of laughable when you think about what happened the last 4 years under what was. It's. I think what they should be teaching in school, there should be mandatory reading, and one of them should be the Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. And once people have an understanding of collectivism, socialism, communism, any ism. Once they have an understanding of the historical implications and implementation of these collectivist ideologies, then we can start talking about the free market, which doesn't exist either. People rail against capitalism, and we don't live in a capitalist society. I mean, we're more socialist than socialist countries are. I'm not getting into politics. We can do that. I do like to talk about this stuff, but it's getting late, and I got to stay focused. Yeah, is Trump renamed the Department of Defense Department of War? He should. I think that'd be awesome. Is Christina banned from Warhammer events? I don't know what you mean by that. Epstein. I don't know yet. I have a feeling it's probably not good, but I haven't. I don't. Has any information come out except for I mean, because they used to be neighbors when they lived in New York, so he knew him for a long time. So I haven't seen any evidence, and now he might be suppressing that evidence. I suspect that's probably going on, but I'm reserving my judgment until I see something. Heavy Metal Tin Man, would you agree that Edward Van Halen? I would say Eddie is my favorite guitarist of all time, and Alex is my favorite drummer of all time. Even though there are better guitarists, arguably, and drummers, arguably, but they were two of the best, very best to ever do it. I thought for the longest time Eddie Van Halen was the best guitarist that ever lived until I listened to Buckethead. Um, but even Buckethead, a lot of what he gets is from Eddie Van Halen. So it's kind of like the remake of Pink Cadillac. You know, the remake might be better, but you wouldn't have it if it wasn't for the original. Uh, I don't really get triggered by politics. I mean, people try to trigger me, but they don't because they don't get the whole thing where I'm not a party affiliate, and I don't endorse anybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a sycophant who is ideologically possessed, and I'm able to think about both sides of a subject and make my mind up on it. Like people like, when I was on the debate team, they used to flip a coin they pick a topic, and you would that day of the debate get a coin toss on whether you're going to argue for or against it. So you had to know both sides of the topic, and that's one thing most people don't do is they don't explore opposing viewpoints. And it's really, I mean, you could show people actual video proof that they're wrong about something, and they will still cling to their ideology. It's crazy. I had this with my sister. I don't know, somewhere along the line, she became a communist. I don't know how that happens. Jimmy Page, that's my baby. Funniest thing ever is a man with a mugshot saying he's deporting mostly criminals. Hey, we elected him for that. Oh, but seriously, you kind of disappoint me a little, Smart Gamer, because you have to know those 34 felonies were bullshit. Like even that bothers me that you actually are talking about that. Of all the things Trump actually did, that is not one of them. He was railroaded, and all those charges were bullshit. I mean, I actually watched the proceedings, and the people he was doing business with said that he was perfectly fine, and they'd be happy to do business with him again. And it also changed the way that real estate business is done in New York, to the point where people with money are fleeing the state, and they fuck themselves over. I mean, they set a precedence for making it damn near impossible for anybody to make money in New York with real estate, just to try to burn a man. And what were they trying to do? The whole point of that is so that he couldn't run for president again, and here he's sitting in the Oval Office. And to me, I get a kick out of that. I laugh every fucking day when I think about that. But when somebody actually argues that point and they're not being ironic, it really worries me, because that tells me that they're not doing proper research. And we both know that there's plenty of places that you can get news and aggregate an actual opinion on something. You know that, like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, the 20-second clips that they showed on CNN, when you can go on YouTube and watch the whole fucking video, and it bother, like the what is it, the fucking November 7th nonsense, or the insurrection, where they showed the guy touring the fucking building. I mean, you can make your own mind up, but it's like I put it on people to do their research and actually learn what, it's close to the truth as you can get, because even with all the research, you still don't know 100% of anything. But if you're just getting your fucking information from CNN or Fox or any of the legacy media, I don't even want to talk to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't have a conversation with you because you're uninformed. And if you are adamant about those opinions, you're ill-informed and you're moronic. And I don't want to talk to you because you're a fucking idiot. All right. It's human nature to fear being corrected. So, yeah, and I'll be, when I find out I'm wrong about something, there's a little bit of sting and a little butt hurt where you're like, oh, damn. But you're wrong. So what? Move on. Shit happens. I would rather find out I'm wrong about something than go around spouting bad information and acting like I'm proud of it because I'm just so goddamn sure I'm right. Because it just blows me away. They have They have what I call contempt prior to investigation, which means they won't even look into something because they just don't like the topic. And then they're ideologically possessed, which means that they're so invested in an ideology that's literally part of their persona and how they identify themselves as a human being. And the cognitive dissonance is astounding. And when it's introduced, you don't even hear the gears cranking against each other. It's just like a hamster's committing suicide. Um, all of them. The second you ask a question. Next time somebody is talking politics with you, ask them about what they're talking about. Ask them to explain it. They can't. They'll just start calling you names. They have no argument. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. You're not old. No, but you are. You're wise for your age. No, smart gamer. I actually hold you in very high regard for your age. I think you're super intelligent. You're very knowledgeable about a lot of things. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say to that. But that does worry me. If you weren't joking about that, that worries me a little bit. We're going to have to have a talk, young man. I'm going to introduce you to ground news. All right. What do I do this for 3 reps? Hey, babe, are you available for that spot? Let's see if I can get my lovely wife out here to spot me. I think I'll see how this one goes, and then I'll probably just drop down to like 225 and wrap it up. All right. Been a long time, huh? Good. This will be, I think this is the most I've lifted since surgery. I was hoping for a double, but that's cool.
You got one.
Yeah, I'll do a drop set and then I'll get offline. What is that? 270, 295, almost 300 pounds. Thank you, 7-5, brother. Oh, almost back to 3 plates, getting there. Thank you, Richard. That's the heaviest I've gone since surgery. I think I did 295 on the football bar, but I don't really count that because it's easier for me to lift with that bar. Some people it's harder, but for me it's easier. One of the sources I use is actually not necessarily a source, but it's Tool Chat GPT. I use that myself. Thank you, Richard. Dude, I wish you could have seen me in March, brother. I was repping 315 for like 9 or 10 reps. It scans the web and gives me truthful data. Well, so think about that. Think about what you're saying, Smart Gamer. Gives you truthful data, right? It is factual that Trump has those felonies. That is truth. He's a convicted felon. What is not factual is the felonies themselves. And if you saw what a kangaroo court it was and how the fucking charges are, how they wouldn't let him submit any of his own evidence, they wouldn't let him defend himself. Like if you watched any of the proceedings, it was beyond obvious that it was a kangaroo court. It reminded me of something that the Soviet Union would have done back in the fucking early 1900s. And I couldn't believe that I was watching this travesty of of justice on American soil, and it just blew me away that what lengths the Democrats would go to incriminate somebody. And the irony behind that is Trump had threatened to go after Clinton, and he never did. He was just talking shit. Well, they sure came at him hard. But to me, the whole thing was humorous because it's like no matter how hard they tried, they just couldn't get anything to fucking stop him. I don't even know if he's the best man for the job, to be honest with you. I mean, between him and the Weekend at Bernie's fucking sock puppet that they had, and all that taught me is like you don't even need a president, to be honest with you. I don't know. Our government's a joke, man. Like I've honestly, I'm almost to the point where I don't even give a fuck anymore. Babe, like libertarian, we were so invested. We used to write papers about the Articles of Confederation and talk history and the founding fathers, and now it's like, did you know he grabbed that girl by her pussy? I don't fucking care. I honestly don't give a shit what he did. I don't care what somebody did as long as they do the job we hired them for. Do you give a fuck what your plumber did if you fix your, I don't know. The whole thing is it's just a joke. On both sides. I swore an oath to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States from, foreign and domestic. I can't even do that. I mean, the days have probably long passed where we should have risen up and overthrown the government. The day the government started serving itself instead of the people, when did that happen? I mean, you could say that the elastic clause that Thomas Jefferson installed is the reason that we have Obamacare. There's an argument for that. So were we fucked ever since he grew the government way back then? And now like the Patriot Act. I mean, it's just like there's nobody cares about the Constitution. When I say nobody, I'm talking about the agencies. Well, the Patriot Act's a good example. It's anathema to what's written in the Constitution. You can't get farther from what's espoused in that document. And we're all like, oh, yeah, nothing to hide. You can watch me masturbate all they want. Yeah, say that until it does matter. And recently I was thrown in jail for a crime I didn't commit and didn't foresee that coming. And I gotta be honest with you, it did wake me up a little bit. It made me realize that any moment it could all be over. And there's not a goddamn thing we can do about it. Where's due process, But the good news is, it's really, really looking like we're in the biblical end times anyway. So, grab some sunglasses and some popcorn and just sit back and watch the show. Chuckle Cheese Life. I like it. Who we got? Kaplan? I can't pronounce that. I got arrested, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago when I was up in Sacramento. I got arrested at the hotel I was staying at. They ID'd me as a person who kidnapped and battered some housekeeper at the hotel I was staying at. And I went to jail for 4 days. I didn't even know what the charges were. It was terrifying. I got off work. I got back to the hotel room. I went to sleep. I woke up to the cops knocking on my door. Next thing you know, I'm in the San Mateo County Jail. And I'm suing them, by the way. Them in the hotel. Oh, they're going to make me rich. Yes, they are. I might not ever have to work construction again. But the point stands. Anytime something bad happens to me, I believe in extreme ownership. I always try to dissect. Like, say you're walking down the street and you get mugged. Clearly, you're the victim. A group of teenagers just jump out and mug you and take all your shit. Who's at fault? Well, they did. They mugged you. No, I always say, what did I do to invite that situation? What could I have done to prevent that? Is there some? Was I presenting myself as a target? Was I not paying attention? Did I have not, situational awareness? What could I have done differently? In this instance, where my brain got hung up is there's absolutely nothing that I could have done to foresee that happening. There's nothing I could have done different to prevent that from happening. It just happened. It happened. They knocked on my door, and you know what? Obviously, I got exonerated. They let me go. It wasn't me. I know because I didn't do it. But I still sat in that jail for 4 days, wondering what the fuck's happening. And I got some pretty hefty charges against me, and I don't even know who my accuser is. I don't even know what she looks like. Luckily, it was bad, dude. It was bad. And guess what? I lost my job too. They terminated me while I was in jail. Yeah. So a good week, really good week for me. It's crazy. However, you had due process. No, I really didn't. If you think about it, I actually have a lawsuit against the San Mateo Sheriff's Office for a few things they did that were very anti-due process and abusive, even. I'm not really inclined to talk about it. Oh, Chuckle Cheese is fine. You can leave it. He's not that funny. That's why I haven't said anything. I mean, I'm waiting for him to say something that's actually humorous. Max, is that one of your alt accounts? Did you actually make that account for me? You made that account for me. Oh, man, that's so sweet. To think this man is so bothered by me that he went and made an account with my name on it. And I just realized it. Like, that's how little I care. Like, it just occurred to me. That's so funny. That's awesome, dude. I wonder if are you one of those guys that just like sits there and thinks about like everything if someone said to you and you just burn it up all day long and it's just eating you alive and you're like, I can't wait to see that motherfucker. And I bet you, and here that person's just like sleeping soundly, doesn't even remember the conversation, like, doesn't give a fuck. you're just eating alive, man. You're just eating alive. He's just eating at you, and the person that offended you doesn't even realize he fucking talked to you. Bro, you gotta let go of the little stuff. But keep trying, man. You're almost funny. You're almost funny. You almost got funny on me. All right, so what are we talking about? Somebody asked me if I was natural or chemical. I'm as natural as a Nature Valley granola bar. Do you have a favorite superhero? I'm a comic book collector, so it's hard to say favorite. But if I had to pick a favorite, if I just had to pick one, Max, Maxx by Image Comics. Oh no, Chainsaw Man. Well, that's not a superhero. Max, yeah, Max, just like Max. I don't know what to do. Say you didn't deserve that. No, I certainly didn't deserve it, and I appreciate that. But I tell you what, people treated me like I did something. Jen, she brings up a good point. Who's that? Well, if there's Batman, of course. Batman's ubiquitous, though. I was trying to think of something. I mean, saying you like Batman's your favorite is like saying you're a fan of the Yankees. I already did ask ChatGPT there, brother. I'm way ahead of you. Is this calisthenics channel? I don't know what the fuck that even means, Samantha. I am Max. Because you did. Chuckle Cheese Life. I wonder. I got nothing for you, man. It's not affecting me at all. Even the thought of Max having a bad opinion of me doesn't even register. You know what I mean? Like him saying anything negative about me, it's like, well, who are you? You know what I mean? I want to care. I want to care because I pity you, I think. I feel bad for you. Does that make sense? You're like this friend I had growing up. No, I'm not gonna. That's actually something I'm not gonna talk about. Yeah, not a good reference. Uh, Bro, I can do anything you can do times five. I can sit on a 10-inch fucking dildo. What are you talking about, Max? The FSB social network after blocking WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook? What are we talking about here? Uh, well, DNA did exonerate me, but like, was there anyone who honestly thought like what when you read what the charges were? Like, I was like, damn, I did that. Like, I thought, man, did I black out and like lose 2 or 3 hours of my life? No, they said the crime committed. It was happened right before they woke me up. Uh, Scallywagon. No, see, you're not wrong. Max is down bad. That's not your problem. I'm going farther and saying like I just don't care. Like Max is cool. I love him just the way he is. All of his alts. What I'm saying is that he's not offensive. Like he thinks he's getting under someone's skin, and it's just not. It's lame. You know. It's like, come on, dude. You got to work on that. I mean, if you're gonna try to troll people, I don't. It's a waste of my time to even pretend to be bothered. Does that make sense? But I don't want him to like. I'm glad he's here. I don't want him to go anywhere. I think I'm gonna start calling Max Pepper the Pig. Oh no, he's the blob. No, one shirt man. They got one punch man. He's one shirt man. Max, how tall are you? Because when you're on the bench and I see you arching, I see you're up on your tippy toes, and it makes me think you're under 5'5". Are you like you need like little boards for your feet or something? How tall are you? No, in Russia, instead of WhatsApp, social network, Max. This network controls camera, microphone, food. So hey, I think I have a one pump man. Hey, what's up, Gizmo? My uncle bought a huge gym, but he tells his kids money's tight and he can't buy them sheets. Damn. I'm glad Christina answered your question, Samantha, because the chat's moving so fast I'm missing stuff. I'm bored. Hey, man. Oh, damn it, I had something on. I had a smart-ass comment, but I don't want to say that. What would you like? I could be a monkey boy. You want to ting, 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 ting. Do a backflip. Okay. The only way I'm doing a backflip is if your mom's on the floor behind me. Alright, I'm just going to finish this out with a set of failure, and I think we'll call it a night. I had fun tonight. You guys are entertaining. Max, I'm glad you're here. You just need to work on that a little bit. You can practice on me, though. Yes. Give those steroids the rest they need. All right. It is late. You losers need to go out and do something. Dirty ass feet. Free Palestine. What are we freeing them from? They got worms or something? Everyone should read the Gulag Archipelago. I got a copy right over there. How's the cleaning lady, Christina? Made the fire. Oh, Max, is your mom available? I know her and I were talking. We never came to an arrangement. I'll make her feel special. We'll dust those bloomers off. Didn't the U.S. build a bunch of schools in Iran? I really don't know. Probably. Iran? What do you think? Back in the 70s, had the Shah. The British oil deal, and then they tried to nationalize oil. I don't know, because I know the U.S. came in at one point. Iran. No, I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. Max has a new account every 5 minutes. Max, life is winning. Hell yeah. I don't recall if they did nationalize the oil or not, but they were getting a bad deal from England. That's for sure. Really bad deal. Flock of seagulls. Oh, so if you're talking about the Middle East in general, yes, we built tons of infrastructure. Afghanistan, Iraq, shit, man. Jordan. When I was the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, back in '95, we were training. We went to Jordan and we were cross training with our military. We tons of. I mean, it's actually kind of a pyramid scheme if you think about it. I mean, it's definitely a scheme. You know, they basically go in there, and then the private companies like KBR, Halliburton, all them. All right, guys, it is 11:40. I'm gonna get offline. I love y'all. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some deadlifts. I'm gonna try this Smith machine out that we got. I'm gonna try and see. I like barbell squatting. I think the barbell squat is the number one exercise everybody should be doing. But the Smith machine's got some pretty cool stuff if you're trying to just like get some hypertrophy in and really target some muscles. So I want to mess with that a little bit. I just like talking shit with everybody. So awesome. All right, guys. I love y'all. Wait, you were in the Marines. Thank you for your service. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Yep, I'm a jarhead. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Max, I expect you back tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but I'm expecting to see you, mister. All right, I love y'all.